Right? Am I wrong?
How so?
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
She wanted to have a private word with the two, child witnesses.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, now that is weird.
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really?
Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I
I mean,
was
I
younger.
mean, why
What
wait,
kind of
York, to be
play?
fair, but I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
talking
he's
about
got like a
when
longer
this
list
place
now.
was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here.
I mean, I couldn't
often
see
with my
much of it
husband.
because of my back.
God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
So, Polly is definitely our main suspect, yeah?
So
I think
what's
we're,
your favorite
we're developing
play?
that, yeah?
Oh, well, I like
I
so
mean-
many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore.
Like,
oh, it was a very
she's
famous one,
Clearly
too.
weird
Something
as
by
all hell.
Shakespeare?
But
Oh.
what is your logic for it?
I mean, clearly she's hiding
No,
something,
Nothing.
right? I mean,
One more
like, you
bell
can't
doesn't
just,
ring
like,
anymore.
right, like the
I've
old
always
woman
been
with the sore
forgetful
back
about
gimmick.
the
Okay,
plays
that
we
look,
used to
that's
see
that's
anyway.
everyone kind of falls
Oh,
out
and
the
my
first time.
husband would get angry
The fact that
at
she's
me
able
for
to like
forgetting what
manage
we
the
saw.
hotel clearly by
He'd go
herself,
on for
but also
hours
making all the
retelling
food,
what the play was
you know,
about.
like that.
His eyes
That
were
has
so
to be suspicious in its own
sparkling,
right.
like a happy young boy.
I see.
I don't know. Maybe
So,
she just has literally
what's your
nothing else
favorite
to do with her time.
Oh, I
Maybe.
almost forgot, Mr. Morgan.
I get the
We're
feeling
going to
your
have
one
another
seems more
guest
sensible
soon.
than mine.
I have to get back and get
Oh,
things
see,
ready.
there you go.
Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
My God, how's she gonna manage with two guests?
I mean, she's not going to bring any more food because she kind of preferred a lot.
Yeah. She just
Although, what the fuck is up with this?
Oh my. My
See, this is-
pot is getting
this is fine.
cold.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with this person.
Hey, mister. My pot is getting
What?
cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
There always has to be one crazy person in an old town like
Now,
this.
what is the matter?
There's a lot more than just one.
Time for
Yeah.
chatting.
I know this. I think this one takes the
My
biscuit.
pot is getting colder.
One guy kept
Oh,
like dancing to
you're
music only he could
useless.
hear.
Yeah,
Zach,
True.
we've met all sorts today, but really...
but
she
he
takes
wasn't
the
holding
cake.
a pot and doing a little dance.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest.
I just want the
No,
actual
Isaac,
irony of like
They're fine.
York to talk to himself
They
while
really seem to love
calling
their grandma.
another person crazy is quite
Well,
something.
I
Yes.
guess they do, son.
That's
I want to
That's
keep
wonderful.
them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case
Not as much as they
quickly
love
and
Becky.
go home. Those rumors about
He wants
that
to keep his
scar
children away from
do
reality
more
as much as he
damage
can.
than good around
Yes.
here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I?
Jim, very much the
I have to
town
in order to
socialist.
do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I mean, have you seen
I'd
how?
think the same if I was born in a place
have you
like
seen
this, Zach.
Keith? The fucking state of him.
Okay, now who do we have now? Does she work at the darts bar?
Hey, good
I
looking.
mean, she looks like it.
Nice speech.
Jenna the Rose.
And
Yes.
you are?
Oh, I'm Gina. I'm married to Jack. He runs the gas station. Call me the Rose.
You look pretty... revealing.
Oh, this old thing. Oh, you should see some of my other clothes. You? Oh, now you are cool. That scar really is a turn on. You You should come to my station. I'll give you a little extra service.
That would be great. I can't believe how expensive gasoline is now.
Although York is
Service would be
completely
great. Now, about my
unreceptive
current
to this.
case.
He's going like, that would be great. I would love
Do
my
you have
car to
any
be washed
information
again.
on Anna? Have you seen anything suspicious?
Oh, I don't know. Talk to my hubby about the difficult stuff, okay?
Right.
This is getting us nowhere, Zach.
So this is the gas station guy.
Yeah.
I ain't
He's
got
a big- he's a
nothing to tell
big
the
dog.
cops.
Oh, isn't he
What
a
about
brave
the
boy?
FBI?
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
I'm Jack.
I've always
They
said that
call me
the
Raging
men who wear
Bull.
leather
That's a
trousers
manly
are
nickname.
absolutely
If you
the
want
meanest,
info, it'll
toughest
cost
boys
you.
around.
I only
No,
talk
it's like
to
some
Ben
people like
Franklin.
he's
You know,
what the
first
fourth
impressions
person
are
to
important.
try and introduce himself by a
I
title.
can detain you for a few
Yes.
days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet. Zach, this is a waste of time.
Like
Let's go.
with his wife. Okay, that's clearly a stripper name,
Yeah.
and I buy that.
Agent Morgan.
It's
Yeah.
when people
I'd
try
like
and
to
sell
let everyone go
give
home
themselves
Let's go outside.
like important sounding titles that sound
Mm.
ridiculous. Like the general, he's right up there with like Lunatic.
Yeah, so we got Brian you've got the Insomniac, the General, the Raging Bull, and whatever the fuck the pot lady is.
Well, also the Rose, who's
And the Rose, of
You
course,
know.
yes.
yes. So I guess is like, I mean, stripper name. All right, fair enough. That strikes me as like one of the most normal people. Like she might be the most normal person to give themselves a nickname.
That's true. That's true. That's the same. Out of all the people
General
in this
clearly is
area.
bit nuts. Raging
Mhm.
Bull is clearly functionally just a child. Damn it, who's the other person who actually introduced themselves by a nickname?
the Gravekeeper, Brian the Insomniac.
Like, how much money there came to be in gravekeeping in a town this size?
I get the feeling he has more of a passion for it, Paul, than anything else.
I mean, okay.
Perhaps we leave that there for now in terms of like what that infers.
I'm sorry, Thomas's biscuit heals tiredness and
Well
stops
then,
you
Agent
from
York,
getting
do
tired
you
for a while.
have any plans
Full
How
of
much
sugar.
fucking
I was
cocaine
going
and
to
meth
head
is
back to
in
the hotel
that?
and go over my notes.
More
I
than you
need to
think.
contact HQ and give a progress report too.
Okay.
Because
let's call
I
it a day
imagine
here.
there was at least
Sounds
some,
good.
so more than
Contact my
some
office
then.
when you finish your report.
Now, a significant amount, I would say.
Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right then, let's do that.
Hold on, Agent York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner. That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but
Sounds like we've
Nick
been
is
there
the
before.
real deal. No visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think? We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner, or go directly back to the hotel.
So yeah,
You decide,
again,
Zach.
the other choices you can just be like this kind of complete loner and not talk to anybody, or you can just, you can have a few pints with the lads.
I mean, you may as fucking well.
Yeah, when in Greenvale, lads. Ooh, cookies. So now we get another amusing scene. The comedy stylings
I've
of the
been
Greenvale
sheriff
police.
here for a long time now, and this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Sorry, for a second there I thought he said worst
Our
burger.
town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful
In
place.
fairness, it was the way he was just like doing
We
it.
had
It was
our
the
fair
worst.
share of cases, to just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe, or some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor. Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind
Silly
of cases
lads.
have you dealt with?
When
in
would
the
they ever
past?
learn?
Not much
Once
different
it goes
from those
raining,
you've
you all
just
get cut to
mentioned.
fucking shreds.
The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off.
Oh yeah, that's
from the
totally
neck,
insane.
You guys
back
had
to his
lunch with
house.
him.
He cleaned
Why
the
did you
skulls up
think
and
it could get
used
better?
them as utensils in his daily
Look at
life.
Thomas. He's like,
To deep fry wine. As a urine cup. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it.
I'm sorry, what about a urine cup?
He'd fill
He used
skulls with
the women's
ice,
skulls
cola,
to
and
piss in.
rum. Then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. The question of his mental state was the pivotal point of the torture.
What the fuck?
For me, he was insane. 100%. Drinking from the skull.
No way, York. What about that tells you he's insane?
But those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too. Yeah, that was too much for me.
Not center. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else?
Look, again, just everyone just putting their food down.
A genius
This
law
is brilliant.
school student raped over 800 victims. That was a nasty one.
Thank you,
800
Agent
victims?
York.
How the
Now,
fuck?
Let's talk about
Good
something
question.
else.
You don't want to hear anymore? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like
What is the
an
good
elite
part in that
agent who
story?
just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, it must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small.
I mean, I would disagree. 800 rapes is a lot.
Crimes
Yeah.
always have.
I do feel like York is kind of like trying to cheer everybody up here.
Victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
Well
That
said,
was
Agent
some sort of
Morgan.
metaphor.
We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of
I
course.
see that you haven't touched your
But
burger,
still,
Sheriff.
I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even
Like,
dreamt that
That's one
such
of the
a
more
thing could
human
ever
things she said.
even
Like,
happen in this town.
to be honest, York is
I keep
straight
on
up.
expecting to see Anna.
Yeah,
Here in this diner.
as straight a
waiting
shooter
on
as you
tables.
can get it.
No, like he is one of those like savant tier nutcases.
Excuse us.
Yeah.
Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
Oh yeah, we're like you guys are the ones that brought the tone down. We were fine. We were just chatting about our job.
You say that, but like I just kind of what the fuck are they thinking? When they go home, like lying back in bed, thinking he stopped some guy who managed to get 800 fucking rapes in before getting like stopped.
Caught, yeah.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ! What the ever loving fuck? How?
And I will forever be sorry to have asked what his job was like. I will never,
Like-
ever care for his business
Like,
again.
not only is he clearly some sort of elite crazy detective, I don't think I want that in my life. Jesus, like the sheer number of drugs he's on just to make it through the day.
Yes.
Like, I couldn't do that job without fucking killing myself. What the
Sure,
actual
that's the thing.
fuck?
That's the thing, like again, like he's been brought in. He's a special of special agents. That's the whole point of his character. Like he deals with the
Nothing.
heaviest
Just
shit.
my
and somehow
imagination.
able to handle it.
Yeah, by being a complete sociopath.
Yeah, well, that's why that's how he's able to deal with it. He's completely detached. But then again, anyone in his position would be completely detached. The only
Like-
way you can survive it.
Like skulls of women and The issue was it was unsanitary to piss and drink from the same skull.
Yeah, that was his issue with it. That was the one problem he had with that whole scene. Gas. Fucking gas.
Fuck is that like? Are those crimes not in the news?
No,
like, those sound like the kind of crimes that would make it into the fucking news.
You think so, but then perhaps they're just like so bad no one wants to hear about them as well. You know,
No, that's the thing in the US. Like they apparently murders and violence and crime and stuff. That's what gets attention in the news. The news is all about that.
Of course.
So
same everywhere.
That's the kind of shit you'd be running. Like there'd be fucking documentaries about that. There will be multi-part.
Yeah, Netflix shit.
Episodic shit. Just in the fucking news about this.
Now, here we go. This is essentially the end of our first day. Look at that. Old school typewriter to do his notes. What a man.
Okay then, Zach. Let's go back over our progress. First, the victim.
So, a little pop quiz.
She was found hanging from a tree in the forest. She was cut open with a knife from her chest down to her stomach. That was the direct cause of death. The strangulation marks and skull fracture were caused after death. Her tongue was also bit off, and I found something inside her mouth. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
I think we all remember that was one of the finest moments of your investigation.
Yeah.
Your fucking Horatio Kane moments.
Same red seed in her mouth. According to Emily, it was raining when Anna was killed, but traces of tears were still evident on her face. Which means the perpetrator killed Anna under a roof in the lumber mill, and then carried her body into the woods after it stopped raining. We found numerous important pieces.
Now, of course, we're supposing that, considering that we found that kind of like wooden chip at the crime scene, and we found the altar in the lumber mill.
Yeah, like he's able to do pretty big keeps. Like, hey, I found a fragment of wood in the woods.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
So again, I like how this is done in a sense where it is just trying to remind you of the critical point of the case, but also a kind of like tacit acknowledgement that this would be important later.
To contact with Anna's body
yeah.
Prior to it being discovered by us. Those being the perpetrator who killed Anna and Miss Stiletto heel. There is also the possibility that a third party carried Anna to the woods.
So again, we're not. He's certainly not. He's taking the stance where whoever the heels belong to was just the actual first witness to the first on the scene, as opposed to the two children. So that's why this person's so important.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we all seem to think it should be the art gallery owner, as opposed to the woman who walked in with the exact same shoes on.
Have I forgotten anything? Ah, of course. The marks on her hand tell us that Anna was gripping something when she died. Do you remember that, Zach?
I appreciate the recap. It's very engaging.
What do you think she was holding on?
Yeah, it's good. It's good the way it's done. Because you can imagine now, like in the next one, like the next few acts, they'll really take advantage of this, and like there'll be like a massive twist that that blows everything wide open for the next part of the investigation. It's like your little epiphany.